She is not playing
everyone.
today.
My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not there's probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for a trial, not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. You do not need to tell us what happened. You don't need to explain yourself, defend yourself, make an excuse about anything today. Now, if you have a private attorney when you're called up, let me know who that is. Always remember you have the right to remain silent. You didn't give it to me. You said take this up there. You did not hand it. I swear to God, it's right here. You might have not noticed it. Yes, I gave what you handed me. I swear to God, she lied to God. Okay.
I don't do that stuff.
Unintentionally, but yes. She's sorry. Say on your behalf, even though it's a different God for me.
Did you say you don't have an outfit for Brown?
We're not gonna. We're really not gonna get into that.
Which case are you here on?
That's good.
Your Honor, I'm handling Fort Lauderdale's and Hollywood, so I think the whole docket, except one Pembroke case, is what I'm handling. We can start with Nicholas Dawson if you would like. Not sure what page.
Nicholas Dawson.
That's a Fort Lauderdale case, Judge.
May I see Nicholas Dawson, please?
Second look.
I've had a chance to relay the offer to Mr. Dawson. He's at Maine, which was an adjudication time served.
Yes, Judge.
He was appointed by Mr. McLawrence, Atria standing in for Mr. McLawrence, on the 24th. And at that time, he did not want to resolve his case, but I believe he does now, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to not resolve his case today. I'm going to send it right to the division. Mr. Dawson, I'm going to send you.
Yes, sir.
I've already appointed an attorney for you. I'm going to send you to the division. Hopefully at the division, you can get some help to get off the street. That'd be great. I hope that can happen in the division, all right?
I can get off the street and move in with my mom and sister.
Okay. Well, good. You can tell your judge about that when you get over there. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
How about Seth?
What do I do?
Turn around, walk down the middle, out the door.
What was that all about? I don't get it.
Well, that means you're not.
Division judge. We'll have a single side.
Hey, Seth, how are you, Mr. Potter?
How are you, sir?
Good. I'm going to go ahead and send this to the division judge for you.
Judge, they had, by the way, if I can interject, the city had offered times, I apologize.
Adjudication, court costs, 30 days for our county jail judge.
And my understanding from speaking with him is he would like to accept that.
I'm going to let this go to the division judge, all right? Thank you, Mr. Potter.
So, the 30 days is off the table?
Well, it's not off the table. We're just not going to do it today. I think if you go to your division judge, they can maybe do something where maybe they can help you get off the street. You know? I hopefully we can work that out. I really like you. I think you're a nice guy, and all the other guys, Joe and Robert. What's his name? Robert. Bob. Bob. All those guys, I like them all. But the problem is you guys have been hanging around the same intersection for the last 6 years. And, I'd love to finally see you get off the street. Maybe if we send you to your trial judge, we can get you off the street. I would hope. All right?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you did that medical thing for me, how soon is that going to go into effect, do you know?
I don't know, but I ordered it.
Yeah.
Could you make a note of somebody? I ordered him. He's got an injury to his orbital area. Is there any way we can make sure he gets a medical screen? Because I already ordered it. They haven't seen you, the medical?
No, sir.
Was that on the 24th, I imagine, right, Judge, when he was in here before?
Okay. Could you give me an order? Defendant is to be seen by the medical staff as soon as possible regarding eye injury. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and then what else do we have?
Steve Ranko, Judge, it's a Hollywood case.
Okay, Ranko.
The offers are withhold costs.
Where's Ranko?
Ranko, get up, Mr. Ranko. Only person named Ranko was you, sir. Don't be looking around. You don't know your name? Come on, Mr. Ranko.
Mr. Ranko, you're charged with open container of alcohol. We could not get a hold of an attorney named Reneto. Did you get a hold of him, Mr. Miller?
No, Judge, I did not.
Okay, so, look, Mr. Ranko, would you like to resolve your case today? You can plead no contest. The case is over and you're out of jail. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand? We're not going to have a trial. The case is over with right now. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You need to speak with an attorney before we resolve this, or can you go without an attorney?
I don't know how to get attorneys' numbers. I don't have a phone.
We
The
tried.
judge is asking you if you want to waive having an attorney and go forward on your own.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do, tell the
This is
judge.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah, I'll wait to get an attorney.
No. Let me clarify something. If you plead no contest right now, you're telling me you don't need an attorney. You're saying, Judge, I don't need to speak to an attorney. I just want to get my case over with, put it behind me, and get out of jail today. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
How do you plead? You plead no contest?
No contest.
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're done.
I think last but not least, Adam Brown. Is there another Fort Lauderdale guy?
Come outside and feed outside.
Yes. Judge, I did speak with Mr. Brown, and he would like to accept the offer from the city, which I have conveyed to him, which was a withhold and court costs.
Mr. Brown, is he on, which docket is he on?
He may be on the
Judge, he's
second
on-
look.
I see him on page 9 of your afternoon docket. It's showing no paperwork.
I don't have Mr. Brown.
Andy's not here.
I received a email from your judicial assistant, and,
We don't have it.
you know, it
so
says no paperwork.
It'll get rolled over for tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Judge. You have a wonderful
Wait,
afternoon.
what about Maliani? Judge, we do have one. I'm
I
sorry.
apologize. We may have one more. Steve Maliani, Maliani.
Case number, please.
Oh, what? Maliani?
It's a reset from yesterday, right?
Yes.
Everything's running fine. But I know. Just hang around, I guess.
Is it a state? I wasn't sure.
All right.
Page 12 of the afternoon docket.
10.082, state charge of trespassing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me see. Here's Maliani, sir. You're charged with trespassing.
Accidentally showing up or something like people.
And,
How you doing, Your Honor?
How you doing? Yeah, it's a state charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me look here. Discharge from Broward Health,
I can just
emergency
imagine.
room. Gave trouble to staff.
Do you have an attorney?
Defendant returned.
Maybe you want
Was
to
ordered to leave the hospital, but he refused. All right. Mr. Maliani, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
For about a year, Your Honor.
Where did you come from?
New York.
Okay, and what did you come to
Good
South
one.
Florida for?
Yeah.
Well, my mom, brother, and sister live in Palm Beach.
See, have a good weekend.
And, you know, we were all like coming down here to live together.
But why are you in Broward County and not West Palm?
Well, because I originally came down to Fort Lauderdale and got an apartment over in Pompano. And it just so happens that my brother, mom, and sister live in Palm Beach, and I was living in Broward, you know? It just so happened that way.
Have you been working?
Well, I'm on disability for mental health issues, and the whole reason why I was at the hospital is because I wanted to see a doctor, and they wouldn't let me see a doctor, and I was just having.
So would you like to plead no contest to this trespassing charge today?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long, all right, do you understand by pleading no contest, your case is over with today? We're not going to have a trial. You're not going to have your day in court. It's over with right now. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest?
Can withhold adjudication. Thank you. Can I call one case first? We have a woman patiently waiting. You want to come up for Willie Cunningham? Thank you, Mr. Maliani. Willie Cunningham.
Hey, it's Eric.
Well, Mr. Cunningham, President Domain.
John Tolley about Sunday getting coverage for him.
He's on page 14 of the docket, Judge.
Aggravated battery search finds probable cause. Allegedly hit a woman with a bicycle tire because she owed you $5. It says here that struck her in the head causing great bodily injury, but it's not clear what that great bodily injury is.
Well, no, Your Honor, it was the use of the tire.
Oh, you're right. Okay, got it. Right. Okay, so are there any priors on?
1 moment, Your Honor.
Let me ask you, ma'am.
That's it?
Cunningham. Ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you swear one?
Yes, sir.
Tell us
Your hand
the
now.
whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Tell us your name.
Isetta Reese Sims.
Put your hand down, Miss Sims. How do you know Willie Cunningham?
That's my boyfriend.
Really? How long has he been your boyfriend?
About a year and a half.
Okay. What does he do for work?
Right now he's not working. He's waiting on his disability.
He's gonna get this. Okay. All right. And all right. Does he have any money that you know about? On any?
No, sir.
He pled it out.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, let me look here. It says, is it a mental health issue or is it a physical issue that's going to get
Physical.
physical
Yeah, from his sports heart.
for his heart?
Yes, sir.
Well, okay. It says the defendant, after he swung a bicycle tire at the woman, got on a bicycle and rode a bicycle away.
okay.
All right. State, do you?
Yeah, he resolved a disorderly conduct and trespass just last month. Delivery of cocaine, 09. Just over 39 months state prison as a habitual offender. 09, possession of prescription meds without a prescription. 09, resisting without violence. 07, possession of cocaine. 2000, delivery of cocaine, resisting without violence. 43 months state prison, habitual offender. Accessory after the fact, 93, 5-year state prison. Possession of cocaine, 93, 5 years. Carrying concealed firearm, 91, 5 years. 92, delivery of cocaine, possession of cocaine, 5 years. 85, burglary structure, robbery with a firearm or deadly weapon, possession of firearm during the commission of a felony, 9-year state prison. 85, attempted strong arm robbery with the VOP, 4-year state prison.
Okay. Anything you want to say, Mr. Miller?
Judge, I think you just covered it. Do you have any money in the bank? Do you have any ability to post bond?
I don't post a bond, man. So somebody bring a little bond or something. I give me a little bond, so I probably get out.
Who are you going to call to help you bond out?
My wife will try to help because she did this too.
Okay. So, Judge, apparently, Mr. McFadden's girlfriend is also on disability. She's
Cunningham.
Sorry?
Cunningham.
I'm sorry. Mr. Cunningham.
You're on disability also?
Yes, sir.
So there's limited access to money in this relationship. Past the court says minimal of bond.
I got scarred. Went to see him.
Give me 1 second. What now?
Okay. So I'm going to set your bond today based on these facts at $5,000. You have been declared a habitual offender in the past. I'm going to order no contact with Andrina Smith directly or indirectly. You're not allowed to call her, text her, email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. Thank you.
Yeah, he reached it. Did you find the place?
Go ahead, ask.
Hey, I just. Hey, I just.
Yeah, so no, I'm just going to ask for it because he
Can you hear me?
told me I could leave it.
Yeah, the 500. Spending 500 and talk to your best, bro.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I love you.
I love you,
Thank you,
too.
Judge.
Okay, now, you ready to be called up? Who do you have?
Conrad Jones.
Conrad Jones, please.
Mr. Jones is president of Maine.
What? On Conrad Jones?
Good afternoon, sir. Richard Castillo on behalf of Mr. Jones, who's before your honor.
Mr. Jones, sir, your client's been charged with count 1, possession of alprazolam, and then count 2 through count 10 look like warrants, traffic misdemeanors, and then 9 and 10 are no bond on misdemeanors. It looks like they're all, 2 through 10 are no bond. Do you have any issue you want to address today?
They're all, the matters before Mr. Jones are all before Judge Zeller in drug court.
Okay.
Mr. Jones has just completed a inpatient facility up in Tampa. He's got local ties to the community, his mother, his father, his infant daughter, his girlfriend, and he was doing well with his sobriety up until recently, asking the court to set whatever bonds are appropriate. And of course, the parameters of what the court may or may not do.
Wait, I'm just going to leave his bond at 1,000 on 1, and we'll go see his judge on 2 through 10, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Good luck, Mr. Conrad.
What is it?
You're going to see the judge on Tuesday.
Luis
June
Mercado.
30th, Tuesday.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, Judge, I'm sorry.
Let me take care of Mercado. So you have domestic
President,
violence,
all right, man.
who finds probable cause.
Judge, we haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll back up. Go
Judge,
ahead.
just very briefly, I read the probable cause affidavit. The officer determined that Mr. Mercado was the primary aggressor. However, he did not state a factual basis for the determination to allow the judge to reconsider whatever it is that he was considering. I would argue that makes this an incomplete probable cause affidavit. Therefore, it is no probable cause. I'd ask the court to find no PC and to release him on his own recognizance. Beyond that, Judge, I would ask the court to consider the fact that the alleged victim in the case appears to be uncooperative and unwilling to help participate in the prosecution of this case.
Right, I'm reading from the report. Defendant hit Mr. Powell in the face with his hand. He had blood showing on the right corner of his mouth from the strike. And defendant was determined to be the primary aggressor. Okay.
Right. So it appears that what he's describing in this police report would be a mutual combat situation where both parties are fighting. Now, how he determined Mr. Mercado to be the primary aggressor is not included in the report. So that doesn't give the court in the report, that doesn't give the court the opportunity to review how the officer came to this determination. And so it's an incomplete probable cause affidavit.
Yes, sir. The court will find probable cause. State, are there priors on this settlement?
Did you have anything? Okay, I'll check. Your Honor, oh really? Okay. I just need to check. There's a hit out of state showing that. I just need to check. Yeah. It depends if I have a social.
Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of this defendant's ability to bond?
Judge, I did not get a chance to talk to him about his ties to the community or his ability to bond.
Mr. Mercado, how long have you been in South Florida?
I've been in South Florida about 1.5 years.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am, sir.
What type of work is that?
I'm a doorman security at a nightclub.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, I just started working.
Okay. Do you have any money not in the bank?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm showing out of New Jersey.
Mr. McFadden?
From 2002, felony conviction for burglary. He was sentenced to 4 years state prison. Criminal trespass and theft of movable property from 01. And I'm showing no other priors, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, in light of the fact that he has no money or ability to bond out, in light of the fact that these priors are more than a decade old, I'd ask the court to consider pretrial release or ROR on this case.
Yes, sir. Sir, did you have any contact with the alleged victim? Sir, based on the level of violence, hit a person in the face, victim had blood showing in the right corner of his mouth. Based on the level of violence, your criminal history, court's going to set your bond today at $5,000. Order that you have no contact with Kelton Powell. Do not call him, text him, email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Okay, you ready to go, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. I appreciate you resending Gobind Singh, Your Honor.
Gobind Singh, please.
I think he's in the main jail.
I hope so.
What?
I said I hope so.
Oh.
They brought him. We'll order him if we have to. I see someone standing up, so I think that's it.
Okay.
You just make sure that you sent me the paperwork here.
President the main?
That's him.
Do you have your paperwork on Singh?
On Singh?
From the second
He's on the second document.
Is he?
Yes.
He's
supposed to be. Yes, he's on the second document.
We own any property, bank account, automobile, money market, city.
Okay, so, on the second docket, you don't have it? Okay. All right, so, Mr. Singh, we're here with your attorney, Ms. Raisman, today. And, Ms. Raisman, your client,
Judge, yes.
Been in jail 5 days. He was originally, we know the facts of the case. He's got 4 counts of DUI, 1 count of refusing to submit to breath testing, and a traffic infraction.
Correct.
Now, we talked about him perhaps getting into a
treatment center. And Your Honor was very kind to reset it today. And here's the problem that I'm having, and I'm not trying to misrepresent the court. There are dietary and religious restrictions that I have in finding a facility that's going to accept him. That's my problem. I'm working with his family. So at this point, that's probably off the table. We're as far as Vero Beach, and there's nobody who can help me accommodate the dietary and religious restrictions that we find ourselves in. So what I'm going to ask Your Honor, when Your Honor set the bond when I was not here originally, which I believe was Monday, Your Honor did it without prejudice because you didn't hear the defense point of view. So I would like an opportunity to revisit the bond conditions and see if we can do that. I understand that the court is concerned that it's his second DUI, which it is. He has a prior in 2004.
Crash.
Yes, and I understand the circumstances of this case and everything that occurred in it. But at the same time, bond is not supposed to be per se punishment so that he can't comply with it. The car that he was driving was a lease. He doesn't own it, and he's currently unemployed. Now, he worked for his father, but it was in the liquor business, which he's not going to be able to go back to, because for everything that's happened here, it's my recommendation that he doesn't go back to work with his father. So technically, he's unemployed. However, his family is willing to help him, but $90,000 is not within their purview, because they could have bonded him out already if they chose to and would not even address this issue. But they're trying to help him. So I just think that $90,000 is not a bond that he's going to be able to make, and under the circumstances of the case, excessive. It is a misdemeanor. It is a potentially second offense, and I just think it's restrictive at this point, and it's prohibitive for him to bond out.
You always entertain a bond reduction.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure that.
Prior misdemeanors.
Let me ask you, what is makeable
Never been arrested before in your life.
I mean, originally there was a $4,000 bond. I have no problem with Your Honor considering perhaps, a total of $20,000, which I think is quite high for a second DUI, but it's something that I think the family would be in better a position to meet.
That sounds
for a second DUI, that seems like a high bond.
I mean, I thought the initial bond that the court said was appropriate, taking all the factors into consideration. If the court's inclined to lower, I mean, I think cutting in half would still be very reasonable considering. I think really a proper deterrent is what's needed here, and I don't believe someone and I understand. I've been informed the Maserati was a rental.
Correct.
But someone with enough means even to rent a Maserati, I don't know that $20,000 is enough of a deterrent.
Well, he was employed at the time, and he's not going to be employed in that business any longer. Yes, his father owns it. His father owns the store. So, but they sell liquor there, so he's not going to work there anymore. So.
The court will reduce the bond to $4,000. per count on 1 through 5. Other conditions shall remain, all right?
Okay, and that would be what? What's the other conditions,
No
Judge?
driving, no consuming alcohol. I was giving him an ankle monitor, too.
Okay, and what level of the ankle monitor?
Not a lockdown. The kind you can go around.
So that he can go around.
Weekly alcohol.
That's absolutely perfect, Judge. Thank you very, very much.
Very much. Correct.
Is it a total of 20?
20. Let me say, Mr. Sink, Miss Raisman has done a fine job for you. Let me tell you, she came in, her law partner came in here a few times on your behalf, and they've really done a fine job representing you. So when you get out of jail, you may want to tip your hat to the Raismans, all right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Raisman.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a nice weekend and try to stay dry. It looks like it's going to pour.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
She's awesome.
I'm going to do it.
Do you have all the case information already? All right, I'll get it here. Here, I'll print out the Odyssey page for you.
Such a nice guy.
I know I am.
No,
You have to tell other people. Just tell other people that. Other people might
You
not
want me to
agree.
spread the word?
It depends. It depends. Well, one's for work, one's for me.
Missy Joseph
It depends.
Katzman.
I'm that special. Yeah, the problem is whenever I am in the going home or
Joseph Katzman?
leaving my building in the morning, any woman, any female in the elevator.
Mr. Katzman has declined PD, Judge. Do you know who you're going to be hiring?
No, I haven't been on contact with anyone, but I will take a public defender if I can.
Okay.
Okay, I can help you.
Okay.
Mr.
Thank
Katzman,
you.
you're charged with domestic battery. The court finds probable cause. State, do you have any problems with Mr. Katzman?
One moment, Judge.
Do you have an attorney?
Mr. Katzman, are you currently employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What type of work do you do, sir?
I'm a server at Bubba Gump.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
Yes, a little bit.
How much would you say you have?
Probably $200 in there right now.
What about not in the bank, outside of the bank? Do you have any money?
No, I have family.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
About 4.5 months.
Where were you?
I have a year leave.
Where'd you come from?
DC, Maryland.
Got it.
Yeah.
No criminal record, sir. Was there contact with his wife?
What's that?
Allegedly, the defendant had consumed alcohol and
Were you arrested by yourself? Do you have any children? No. You didn't see when you pressed down hard?
it's alleged that you struck Leroy Katzman 3 to 4 times in the face against his will, causing his eye to become swollen shut, affecting his vision. And the court notes the level of violence, and the court will set your bond today at $6,500. The court will, court notes the level of violence the court's concerned for Mr. Katzman. The court will order no contact with Leroy Katzman directly or indirectly. Don't call him, text him, email him. No notes, no letters. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you.
All right, good luck, Mr. Katzman.
So, what happened?
652 a bond.
How about Gregory Fowler?
652 a bond. Off you go. Mr. Fowler is present at the main judge.
Sir. Aggravated battery, sir. Domestic violence related. The court finds probable cause. Steve?
Yes, Judge.
Do you have any priors on this gentleman?
Yes. 2012, possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia. 2010, 2 counts of assault. 1993, strong arm robbery with a VOP, 10 years state prison. 96, burglary of a dwelling, theft, resisting without violence, 10 years state.
Burglary of a dwelling?
Burg dwelling, theft, and resisting without violence, 10 years state prison, habitual offender. Resisting without violence, 94. Trespass, 94. Traffic, fleeing, and eluding, 94. Grand theft auto and burg structure, 89 with the VOP, 2 years. Accessory after the fact, 89, VOP 2 years. Getting investigated for aggravated battery in 88, that was dropped.
Okay.
Judge, Mr. Fowler's a lifetime resident of South Florida. He's been living at the same place for his entire life. He's currently unemployed. He does have family here. No money in the bank or real estate. He will have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this is pending. He has no one to help bond him out and no money to bond out with.
Okay. Yes, sir. Was there any contact with the alleged victim?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, it says the victim is your mother. Picked up a coffee table, threw it at your mother, causing the glass to break and cut your mother. It says then picked up a smaller folding coffee table, attempted to strike her over the head with it. She covered her head with her right hand and was struck, causing possible broken bones to the right hand in several places.
Okay.
She had to run to the neighbor's house. Okay. So I do note you have a lengthy criminal history, gone to prison, strong arm robbery, burglary, 2 assaults, fleeing and eluding, burglary, grand theft. So the court today is going to set your bond at $15,000. I'm going to order pretrial release with a GPS monitor. I'll waive the cost of the monitor. Sir, the court will order no contact with Martha Fowler, directly or indirectly. You must stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you.
Judge, by way of reconsideration, Mr. Fowler advises that if he gets out, if he's able to post the bond, he's going to have to live in a homeless shelter. It's my understanding if there's no homeless shelters that will permit a GPS monitor, I would ask the court to delete that provision.
Yes, sir. The court's going to leave it the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
One other thing.
Okay, may I see Torvis Skinner?
Medical reset, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going to pass it right through to the... oh, no. I got to set a bond on it.
We're going to go to court.
Saturday.
Judge, there is another issue. Apparently, Mr. Fowler's mother works in the courthouse, and he's afraid that he would violate his conditions of release if he were to go to court.
Sir, if you go to court, you attend court, that would not be a violation if you're just going to court. I mean, obviously, if you confront your mother or you, that would be different, but you obviously are allowed to come to your court date. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? All right, good luck.
You take it up with Judge Will.
Okay, what about Melissa Furtado?
Go! You've been begging to go. He just called your name. Please go. What do you mean? You're right next to me. North Broward, Your Honor.
Ms. Furtado, petty theft, and you have a warrant on a misdemeanor. Court finds probable cause. And
Magistrate.
she's got an active warrant for theft and then allegedly commits another theft. State, do we have any?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Ms. Furtado, are you working now?
No, I'm about to get a job.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $250. Count 2 is a warrant for $500, and I'm going to ask you not to go back to Publix. Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, if we could call a case at a
Wait,
term,
so
we had
what does
a...
that mean?
What does what mean, ma'am?
Does that mean I'm getting released? I don't understand what that means.
Your bond's $750 today, based on the warrant that you had for theft, and then the new arrest you have for a new theft. Your total bond's $750. When you post that bond, you'll be released from jail. You're not allowed to return to Publix. Thank you.
750?
Yes, ma'am. $750.
My friend just looked online and it was 200.
Well, I don't know what your friends looked at, but your bond is $750.
Phelps, I get it.
All right?
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
you know how long I'm gonna serve that out?
I have no idea, ma'am. Thank you.
I know, that's what you're saying. Your Honor, if we could recall George Rockford from this morning.
Judge,
George.
page 7, the next case. Asensio is in courtroom 910. Just
Okay.
That's a shelter, so I guess I'll have to reset for tomorrow.
I'm going to reset this Asensio for Saturday. Look at something here. There you go. So we're going to reset Asensio for Saturday. Okay, George Rochford. So we're here on count 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are count 1 and 2 are felonies. You're currently on bond or on release. Felony battery by strangulation. 2 counts.
pause, answer the phone.
Count 3 and 4 are traffic criminal cases, which are expired driver's license, unlawful tag or sticker. And then you have new arrest charges: aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, pretrial condition release violation, and resisting arrest without violence. Now, the court finds probable cause to each and every count.
Your Honor, and I provided this to defense counsel. What I'm providing the court is a copy of the probable cause affidavit from the pending case before Judge Cohen that he has the hold on, just to give the court some more information about those allegations. Your Honor, do you want me to wait to give you a minute to? Sure.
Throat, strangle him, Dickerson, defendant. Grabbed his throat, struck him in the face with a closed fist. Allegedly stated, if you call the police, I'm going to kill you. Okay, got it. And then I know about the new arrest today.
And so, Your Honor, just a couple of things. One, also to let the court know, and I know it's mentioned in the probable cause affidavit for the resisting without, this is not the first time that Mr. Rockford has fled in the face of Hollywood law enforcement trying to take him into custody. I believe Detective Del Torre informed me, and unfortunately he couldn't be here today, he's on a cruise, but he informed me that this was the third time upon seeing Hollywood PD that he's ran when they were trying to take him custody on the capias from Judge Cohen and the PC on the new charge. He has a prior record, Your Honor. New Jersey, felony conviction for robbery. He was sentenced to 7 years state prison. That was from a 2004 case. Out of Michigan, convicted of domestic violence, 2013. An arrest in 03 in New York for criminal sale of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree. I have no disposition for that.
What year was that?
03.
Okay. Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to say about his ability to post bond?
Judge, Mr. Rochford does not have any money in the bank. He doesn't own any real estate. He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while the case is pending. So he will end up bonding himself out once the bonds are set in the capias cases. He's a 3-year resident in South Florida, 2 months at his current address. Currently unemployed. He does have 2 children, aged 3 and 2 years old. And he just wants the court to know that he actually called the West Palm Beach police to come and pick him up from West Palm Beach to bring him to Broward County.
I got it. Okay, sir, the court does note that this looks to be ongoing violent behavior between you and Mr. Dickerson. In the past, I have a police report that says you strangled him, punched him in the face, threatened to kill him if he called the police. On the current case today, we're here because you allegedly stabbed him with a knife. And I believe there were some witnesses to this. And the court notes the violence seems to be getting worse. It does seem that Mr. Dickerson is in danger when you're out of jail. The court will note that you've gone to prison for robbery, a domestic battery in the past out of Michigan. And based on these factors, count 1 and 2, you're going to be held no bond. Those are felony warrants. Failing to show up in court on those. And count 3 and 4, the court will revoke those releases. You're going to be held no bond on 3 and 4. And then your aggravated battery on count 5, the court will consider A, you don't show up in court. B, you have a violent history. C, you just got out of jail for allegedly abusing Mr. Dickerson, and now you're allegedly at it again, this time with the knife. So count 5 will be $150,000. Count 7 will be $1,000. What do I do on count 6?
He's entitled to a bond on 6.
Okay. So I'm gonna set your bond on 6 at $10,000. So your new bond stay at $161,000, plus 2 no bond holds on 3 and 4, no bond holds on 1 and 2. The court will continue to remind you you're not allowed to have any contact with Mr. Dickerson. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
What about Taisha Atwell?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Taisha
Paul
Atwell.
Ryan, Your Honor. Paul Ryan.
Got it. Miss Atwell, you're here for possession of PVP. It's known as FLACA and drug paraphernalia possession. The court finds probable cause. State, do we have any priors on this person?
1 moment, Judge.
Ma'am, are you working at this time?
I don't have this.
No.
Do you have any money in the bank?
Patrice, do you have any
No,
notes?
sir.
I don't have it. I can pass it along, I'm sure. Thank you.
That's it? Okay. Ma'am, do you still live on 56th Avenue in Lauderhill? Turn on that mic
I
over
stay
there.
here and there.
Excuse me?
Speak up.
Yes, sir.
Did you say you stay here and there?
Yes, I stay with my family. My family and right there. I check my mail there.
You do? How? Okay. All right, ma'am.
Okay.
Speak up.
Do you have a stable address?
Yes, I do.
What's that address?
It's 277 Northwest 1st Street in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Well, I'll release you. ROR to pretrial release. And you have to be there on Monday between 8 and 4, all right, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. They'll give you a map right there. Thank you. Between 8 and noon. I said 8 and 4, 8 and noon. Thank you. On Monday. How about Marlo Mobley?
Main jail.
Hi, sir. You have a warrant on a traffic case. That's $250, sir. Thank you. How about William Capasso, Brandon Wright, and Juan Rivera? Line up, please. How about William Capasso?
Present at the main.
Sir, you have a license suspended warrant for 2,000. Thank you.
Well, class,
How about Brandon Wright?
He's got a question. Okay, off you go.
Brandon Wright?
Brandon?
You mean...
Brandon Wright?
You mean Leahy?
One
Yeah,
moment,
hold on. It's fine.
Judge, Mr. Wright is at medical reset.
Okay, we're going to set him for Saturday. Go.
Take it a stick.
Ross.
How about
Ross.
Juan Rivera?
Juan Rivera is present at the main.
Walk out and have a seat, sir.
Juan Rivera, sir, you have a warrant on a traffic expired driver's license, Mr. Rivera. Give me a moment. All right, Mr. Rivera, would you like to resolve your case today? You want to plead no
Yes,
contest?
Judge, he does want to resolve. Go.
Sir, do you understand when you plead no contest, that means the case is over, you're not going to have a trial? You're not going to have your day in court, it's over with right now?
I understand.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you. Claude?
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. Claude Rivera? Claude Michaud. Jericho
We're going to have to go
Ryan,
get him, Judge.
Francis Moroni.
Judge, we're going to get Mr. Machad. Who was the second guy?
Excuse me, Jericho Bryant.
Contra, Your Honor.
Mr. Bryant trespassing. Court finds probable cause, sir. Carolina Springs Shopping Center. So would you like to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to trespassing?
No contest.
You understand we're not going to have a trial. The case will be over with today?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're not allowed to return to the Carolina Springs Shopping Center. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your plea. I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you. Francis Moroni. So resisting arrest, failure to stop or remain in an accident involving an injury, driving with a suspended license, Mr. Moroni. Court finds probable cause. I'm looking at your driving record right here. Got a prior DUI in 73. It's like a wow. Permanently
should not be more important than texting.
Permanent revocation for DUI.
Doesn't matter.
And that's in 1991.
Not important. Yes.
He has a DUI serious bodily injury.
By the way.
Wow. Let me look here. So, we just count these. He's been convicted of DUI there, DUI there, DUI there. Fail to stop or remain in an accident there, DUI there, DUI. Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. So,
Hold on.
give me a quick moment. I've got to just look at something here real quick.
Jeez. Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
this is the new charge, so it's gonna use the new case number and the no contact order, right?
Yeah. But there's no, here, let me, I think I have the case number for you.
Yeah, it's 819.
Okay, here. pricing info, just in case we want to order from the next week. I don't want someone taking them in. About the prices.
I don't think I'll ever order from you.
Yeah, you will. One day.
Okay, no.
After you win the lottery.
I won't be here.
Yeah, you will. I gotta get cold now. No, I already. They programmed them not to ring. Marge called me and she asked me, she's like, do you want it to ring or do you want it to light up? I said I want it to ring. She's like, oh, I'll have to call them back to come in. They have to reprogram it. Just call Marge and let her know. Call Marge and let her know you want yours to ring up 7615. Oh. There was another shooting today.
All right. Now, court has found probable cause. State each and every count. Count 1, resisting arrest without violence. 2, failure to remain or stop. Injury. Accident involving injury. Driving on a permanently revoked driver's license. Mr. Miller, do you have any comment about this defendant's ability to post bond?
Judge, Mr. Maroney has been living in South Florida since, he's 59-year resident of South Florida, 21 years at the same address. He works at Big Wave Electric. He's been there for 9 years. He is a state-certified electrical contractor. He has 3 grown children, strong family ties. He does not have any money in the bank. However, he does own the family home. He's hoping that his boss will help to bond him out.
Okay. Anything else?
Judge, I know you were mentioning that there were some previous DUIs in this case. I don't believe there's any allegations that, in Mr. Maroney's past, I don't believe there are any allegations that there, alcohol was involved in this case at all.
Well, there is the alcohol box is checked off on this case.
I didn't read that in the write-up, Judge.
Let me just state, I'm going to give the defendant a significant bond, so I want to read into the record why the court's doing this. It says 323 in Hollywood on North Ocean Drive at Taft Street. It says the vehicle was said to be fleeing the scene of a crash. It said when the police officer got there, Hollywood Fire and Rescue was treating a woman for facial injuries that she sustained as a result of the above accident. She had to be transported to the Aventura Hospital via Hollywood Rescue due to her injuries. It says there was a witness who was on a building. I think he was a construction worker, and he said he saw a Ford Mustang that was crazy, just cut a U-turn in the middle of Ocean Drive and crashed, then left the scene going south.
Get rid of it.
There were let's see here. It says that it was determined that this defendant's vehicle veered off the roadway, jumped onto the raised sidewalk of North Ocean Drive, lost control, re-entered onto the roadway. It was observed to conduct an abrupt U-turn on North Ocean Drive, cutting in front of the victim's vehicle, and violently collided into the victim's vehicle. After the collision, the defendant immediately fled the scene without intent to render help or aid. There was a Hollywood Fire Rescue lieutenant who actually allegedly witnessed this, Brian Cook. He responded to the accident. He observed the suspect hit-and-run vehicle heading south on North Ocean Drive, fleeing the scene. He said the defendant bailed out of the vehicle, ran toward the beach, tried to mingle with the general population on Hollywood Beach. However, he was followed and identified. When they found him, he had the ignition keys in his pocket, and to the vehicle he had left up the block, allegedly. He allegedly provided false information about his name until the officer, through investigation, properly identified him as Mr. Maroney. It is now, the court's looking at his driving record. First of all, the defendant is driving on a permanently revoked driver's license. That was permanently revoked. Let me see here. Permanently revoked in 1991. He was permanently revoked. Now, the defendant has received a DUI in 1973, 1975, 1990, 1991, another in 1991, another in 1991, and one in 1993. 7 total DUIs. And in one case, he was charged with failing to stop or render aid where there was an injury or death. So this defendant has left the scene in the past with someone injured and fled the scene on a DUI, just like what we're here on today. Now, the defendant's license was permanently revoked in 1996. However, the 1991. However, it is noteworthy that on his driving record, he received a, you know what? I said 7 DUIs. It's actually 8 DUIs. You got another one in 1996. Now, after your license was permanently revoked in 1991, you picked up another DUI on a permanently revoked license. And you've been caught driving in 2012 where you were speeding. In 2012, license suspended, and in 2012, another license suspended. So there's a few things that we can gain from reading your driving record. Number one is you've got 7 DUIs. 2, you fled the scene of the crash in the past where someone's gotten injured. And you continue to drive even though your license has been permanently revoked for 8 DUIs. Now in this case, you leave a woman, her face smashed up, she had to be taken to the hospital. You left her, and then tried to get away with it, tried to run onto the beach. Go ahead.
And I apologize if I missed it. You mentioned that one of his prior DUIs was serious bodily injury?
No.
It's one of them. It's right there. The 1990 was serious bodily injury.
So the court's very concerned about the safety of the community, sir. The court's going to set your bond on count 10 at, count 1 at $10,000, count 2 at $50,000, count 3 at $100,000. You'll have pretrial release. That is level 1 lockdown. That's a GPS. I'm going to waive the cost. That's a level 1 lockdown. You're not allowed to leave the house. Obviously, you're not allowed to operate a motor vehicle. You're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages. Thank you. Court believes you represent an extreme danger to the community. Thank you. Claude Michaud.
Mr. Michaud is present.
Judge, I have some information that on a previous case he was declared incompetent to proceed there. There are some mental health issues. He is incompetent. I would respectfully ask the court to ROR him. He is incompetent right now. I don't know. My colleague informed me just recently that he was declared incompetent to proceed, so there may be an order before Judge Brown that he is incompetent to proceed.
0649, please.
Okay. I'm going to go sidebar real quick. I need to discuss.
all cases. But as you've seen, Judge Porth has ordered people held no bond to ensure that they appear before them.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if we were to release him RR, I mean, you're really setting him up.
No, Judge, he would be on a conditional release plan. Under 916, dealing with mental health cases, if they're incompetent to proceed, there are two things the court looks at: whether or not they meet the criteria for involuntary hospitalization, which under misdemeanors you can't commit somebody to the state forensic facility on a misdemeanor. With regards to the court can place a defendant on conditional release. If he's already incompetent to proceed, he may be on a conditional release plan. Now, in order to detain somebody incompetent to proceed, they have to.
He's never coming back to court. Then he's going to get a warrant, and then.
No, but if he's being if he currently has a case and is currently on conditional release, there is some form of supervision.
Hey,
now,
wouldn't it be better that just leave,
what is
give him a
Melissa's
bond and
extension?
send him over to Judge Brown so she can take care of him regarding his plan she's got for him?
Judge, just for the court's information, I have he was declared incompetent April 15th,
right?
And I apologize for looking at my phone. I'm in April 16th of this year.
Right.
I'm in communications with his misdemeanor attorney. If Your Honor is not inclined to ROR him, and I do believe that that ITP client should be released ROR, but to set him on the docket for Monday.
Back up away from that. Here's the thing. I mean, what would we do hypothetically? I mean, if somebody got arrested every day for a misdemeanor, every day they went into Publix and they stole something that was under $300, and they said, gee, and everybody said, gee, they're incompetent. I mean, does that mean you just revolve right out every time you get arrested? Or at some point, can somebody say, no, I'm sorry, we're not going to let you out because even though you're incompetent, you continue to commit crimes, so therefore we need to get you in a mental health situation in court where we can address this. I mean, I can't think that we just keep letting people out and keep committing crimes. Mr. Mashad keeps coming through here, and I'm just thinking instead of letting him out, isn't it better to send him to Judge Brown if she's already got these cases and she's already addressing his matter?
Judge, in response to that, Judge, somebody that's incompetent to proceed, you have a section that deals with people that are incompetent to proceed. The preference is to treat them. Now, the jail is not a treatment facility for somebody that's incompetent to proceed. And what happens with a lot of these misdemeanors is that they get lost in the process. I mean, no, but what I'm trying to say is that if he is incompetent to proceed, she must have placed on some form of conditional release plan, and there must be a case managing agency that's helping him. I mean, the fact that but the thing is, we're talking about a trespassable structure. We're not talking about he's going out there and being violent with anybody. I think in this instance, yeah, we should get him help, but being in jail, an incompetent person remaining in jail, is not helpful for them.
When you say remain in jail,
No, but we're talking about at least the weekend. You're talking about Saturday, Sunday. He's not going to be in court. Sure. He's not going to get proper treatment, and he may further decompensate.
That may, he may, if he were let out, go downhill. I mean, if he's in jail, he may go downhill. I think it's best that for his own safety, that he go and see Judge Brown. So let me call my judicial assistant.
Judge, if I may be heard.
Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm in contact with his misdemeanor attorney.
Right.
I believe I let her know what's happening here. She's on her way. I believe she can better educate the court as to what his release plan is. If Your Honor would allow her about 5 minutes, since our office is on the third floor, Judge, to allow her the opportunity to come here and speak on Mr. Michaud's behalf.
It's fine. Hold on a moment. Oops. It's down the phone. Wait. Oops. Hey, Marge, could you come in real quick? attorney on their way down here now? Hey, March, I need you to look at this case right here and call up, is it Judge Brown? Mindy Brown. And tell them we have this defendant in court and that when can we get him over there to see her? He's allegedly got a competency issue and we want to get him over there. Okay. All right, so we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay. Drew, I mean, can I tell you, just sidebar? How are you?
Hi, Judge. Jennifer Edgley on behalf of Mr. Michaud.
Okay, and here he's coming back up here right now.
Thank you,
He got
Judge.
arrested for trespassing, allegedly going around a shopping center, urinating, panhandling. They offered him homeless assistance. He refuses to take it. I understand that you have handled cases for him in front of Judge Brown.
That's correct, Judge. I represent him on, I believe, a few cases.
Okay. Yes. So what I intend to do today is I'm going to send him over to Judge Brown. I've had my judicial assistant. She's calling over there to try to get him on at the beginning of the week. So
And
Judge Brown.
Judge, at this time, the defense would be asking for an hour in this case. Mr. Michaud has been found incompetent to proceed by Judge Brown, and he has been working with BSO Homeless Outreach. I believe they've hooked him up with some programs. I'm not sure what happened related to this arrest, but I'm more than happy to contact BSO and see if they can make arrangements to help him with more services.
No problem. I'm going to set his bond at $100. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Judge Brown, but we're going to get it on the docket here in the next couple of days, I'm sure.
And would you mind setting it on the docket on Monday morning in Judge Brown's division?
I can't set things on her docket. We're contacting judicial assistant judge right now. Thank you.
Judge.
Judge, Ms. Edgley, one moment, please. If the judge will reconsider, I know you just told Ms. Edgley that he was accused of panhandling, of urinating. Okay, none of that is in this report. He's just simply been trespassed from this place and was at this place. The police report says that he has done these things in the past, but it's not alleging that he did it on this occasion. Okay, so it's just a simple trespass. We would ask the court to keep the bond as previously set.
Thank you, sir. The bond will remain as the court set it. Thank you. Drew Thurman. Mr. Thurman, you are charged with count 1, misdemeanor, $500. Count 2, grand theft, $1,000. These are all warrants. Count 2, grand theft, $1,000. 3, dealing in stolen property, $3,500. 4, petty theft, $1,000. Count 5, out of county hold, $11,000. Okay, Joseph McFadden.
Judge, I'm sorry, one moment before we go any further.
Go ahead, sir.
I looked at Odyssey this afternoon. Case number 15002-871 CF10A and 15002-880 CF10A do not appear in Odyssey.
Okay.
I don't know what the discrepancy is here, but those cases are not showing up in the clerk's computer.
Your Honor.
I may have done something wrong. I don't know. I've made mistakes in the past, but I couldn't find these two cases.
Matter of fact, Judge, none of the cases this afternoon have case numbers assigned to it, just because of the timing when the clerk's office receives the case numbers. When they process this capias, for the afternoon docket. By Monday, they should all be there.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, that I believe is not a correct statement of the situation. If the case has a case number, it means the case was previously filed. It's not a new case. They don't get case numbers until after bond court sometimes. All these other cases are just arrest numbers. There's something amiss here, Judge, and I would ask the court to inquire as to why there's no case number. There's no case associated with these two case numbers.
Thank you, sir. Your bonds will remain. Thank you. Joseph McFadden. Possession of PVP, also known as FLACA. The court finds probable cause. Do you have any priors on Mr. McFadden?
One moment, Your Honor. Uh, 2000 delivery of cocaine, 99 theft, resisting without violence, 93, cocaine 91, 3.5 years, dealing in stolen property 2 counts 89, theft 90, grand theft auto 85, end of record.
Okay. All right. Stand by 1 moment. Okay, Joseph McFadden, sir, you currently employed?
No, disability, sir.
Okay, and do you have any money in the bank?
No, my son supposed to be bonding me out.
Okay, your bond's $1,000 based on your criminal record and the facts of the case. Thank you. Troy Jernigan.
Jernigan.
President of Maine declined PD.
Get up there, the podium.
Wait, what is it?
Possession of PVP and cannabis, sir. FLACA and cannabis, court finds probable cause. Are there any priors on this gentleman?
One moment, Judge. Resisting without violence, 2011, 06, 2 counts of delivery of marijuana for consideration.
Okay, and
I guarantee he's on that shit.
Sir, are you currently employed?
Bacon, mac and cheese tacos.
No.
Do you have money in the bank?
No, sir.
So I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 based on your criminal record, the facts of the case. Benjamin Safer.
That's it, sir. You got $1,000
Benjamin
bond.
Safer.
Safer, come on up.
Mr. Safer is president of the Maine. Judge, we request a mental health screen for him.
Sir. So you're charged with grand theft, Mr. Safer. Court finds probable cause. Are there any priors on this gentleman?
One moment, Your Honor. Showing out in New York. DWI.
Oh, there he is. All right.
2011. End of record.
How do I plead not guilty, sir? I didn't even do that.
All right.
Sir, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work do you do?
I'm in sales.
Do you have money in the,
Hillsborough telemarketing.
do you have money in the bank?
No, sir.
How long have you been down here in South Florida?
Been back about 2 years.
Okay. So you have a prior DUI out of New York. I'm going to go ahead and order your bond is $1,000. Don't return to the Walgreens. I ordered a mental health screen. Thank you. Marcus Knoll. Marcus Knoll.
I do.
Okay, you're done.
Where's Marcus Knoll? Been released?
No,
There you go. Okay, now I think we're ready to go on a second look here. Steve, we have 2 felonies. Are they filed?
No, Your Honor. Both could be RORs.
Where's Anthony Simmons? And then after that, Anthony Simmons.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Simmons, sir, on case 15-6779, CF10, you're going to be released on your own recognizance today. Thank you. How about Jesse Walker?
Bullshit. Sound right on there.
Where's Jesse Walker?
North Broward. Right here, sir.
Sir, on 15-6772, CF10, Mr. Walker, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now, stuck.
I would just shut the computer. I can.
I hit escape. I'm stuck in like an app store kind of thing, and there's no.
I think you have to buy a few apps first. It will let you out and go out.
There you go. Thank you. I didn't even know what that button was for. Thank you.
Oh. Just drop something. I need more than $10. Well,
Dunkin' Donuts?
No, somewhere else. Maybe put something in it. All right, cool. Sounds good to me.
How about Miranda Morehart?
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Hi, ma'am. Resisting arrest without violence. Ma'am, you've been in jail 8 days. How come you haven't bonded out yet?
I don't have anyone to bond me out right now.
No?
And I don't have any money right now.
Well, how long have you been out here in South Florida, ma'am?
About a month.
Where'd you come from?
Colorado.
And what'd you come down to South Florida for?
Treatment.
Right. Do you have how long are you gonna go into treatment when you get out of jail? Back?
Yeah, I have what?
You're gonna go back into
sober
local
living
treatment?
in Delray. Yeah.
How long does treatment last?
6 months.
And then after you're done, you go back to Colorado?
Hopefully Minnesota.
Minnesota? Okay. All right, man. Let me just look here.
Trace.
I think I know why the judge did not let you out of jail to begin with. You allegedly found you with a razor blade and needles, and allegedly you rolled around trying to keep the cops from getting in it. and you're down here for drug treatment. It looks like you went right back into it. Ma'am, I'm not gonna change your bond today. Would you like me to put you in the drug treatment program in the jail?
Hoping to get bonded out Monday.
Okay.
And either way, I'm going back to sober living.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. May I see Elsa Chappelle, Elisa Chappelle?
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Hello, Ms. Chappelle. You're charged with theft.
So.
What finds probable cause? Okay. Ms. Chappelle, you've been in jail a few days now. How come you have not bonded out of the jail? Ms. Chappelle?
Pardon me?
How come you've not
Yes.
bonded out of the jail?
Because I don't have anybody to bond me out.
No?
No.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I couldn't understand you at first. Oh, okay.
Would you like me to put you in the drug treatment program in the jail?
As a matter of fact, last Tuesday I was here on an arraignment and I was speaking to you, and you did say that you were going to put me in the drug program.
Then I signed the order for you. All right, ma'am. Thank you. Good luck.
And is that treatment center here?
Yes,
or?
ma'am. It's in the jail. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
We took care of
Thank you.
Jericho Bryant, correct? Yeah, we did that. How about Miguel Lopez?
Mr. Lopez, President, the main judge, he's here on a petty theft with a $1,000 bond. He's looking to resolve this case if the court is so inclined. How long have you been in custody?
5 days.
Okay, so. Okay, so he was just released a few days before for a carry of concealed weapon, and allegedly went out and did this, committed a theft. He's got 2 prior thefts, oxycodone and marijuana. Let me look here. Allegedly goes to Macy's, steals a watch. Macy's. I'm going to send this to your division judge, sir. Thank you. Okay, what about Damian Baker? Damian Baker. So you're charged with trespassing. Mr. Baker?
Well,
Give me a moment. You may be able to work this out today. Hold on.
this is the Hotel Hampton Inn again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to send you to the division, sir. Keep going back to the hotel and eating their free breakfast over there.
Judge,
Well, it's free.
as I recall from this probable cause affidavit, Mr. Baker was not accused of eating their breakfast. He was just accused of sleeping on their pool deck.
Okay. Trespassing any way you slice it. Come out. Thank you.
Off you go.
Thank you.
What did he say?
He said he's passing it through.
What that mean?
That means you're going to see your division judge.
Thank you.
Go.
Have to stay away from the Hampton Inn. Thank you. He's gone back there so many times, eating their.
It's the only buffet with there. Look out for this guy.
Who's this gentleman right next to you?
Judge, this is Jose Garcia. He's charged with resisting without.
Who was the last guy? Just
Damian Baker.
Damian Baker? It's Jose Garcia? Yes. So resisting arrest, Mr. Garcia. You know that?
This was, I think, let me just pull it. Because I don't think the PC is going to be on Odyssey. Do you guys have a copy of the PC on this one? For some reason, the findings are, but the PC isn't.
Sir, would you, I don't have it. I don't know.
No, I know. It hasn't been scanned in.
Would you like to resolve your case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, how do you plead to resisting arrest?
No contest, sir.
You understand we're not going to have a trial, we're not going to appoint an attorney, the case is over with today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're clear with the main judge. You have a nice day.
Yeah. Fort Carson, what? Fort Carson. How about, did we have Brian Hampton? Did I call that yet?
Contact, Your Honor.
Brian Hampton, anything your presence?
Mr. Hampton, you're here for theft. Okay, close it up.
Jesus, ITU.
Okay, I press it now.
I think you just locked it all the way out.
So, remember I missed the curve. They came into college like a year or two when I was getting out, so it was never, they could get the ground floor of the stuff. Oh, yeah. My son.
It's the courtroom. What's she doing?
Around the hall. I'll go back to stories. Hold on.
Makes sense there too. So she's not texting me.
Okay, so this is, you're Brian Hampton, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, give me a moment.
Oh my God, you such have a favorite.
Two thefts out of Michigan, 12 and 13, allegedly. Mr. Hampton. Goes to Sears. 3 bottles of cologne. Put them in his pants. Got an address in Jackson, Michigan. How long have you been down here, sir?
Hey, it's Eric Linder again, just checking back.
Oh,
8
weeks.
Okay.
7 weeks. 7, 8 weeks.
All right. Do you have any place to live down here?
Do I have anybody down here? No.
Well, where are you going to live when you get out of jail?
Go back to the Salvation Army. Salvation Army on Broward.
No, I know about it. All right, sir, would you like to resolve your case today? You can plead no contest?
Hello?
Sure.
How do you plead to theft, sir? Guilty, no contest?
No contest, do you what? No, get not guilty. Guilty.
Okay, do you understand we're not going to have a trial? Your case will be over with today?
Sure. Let's go ahead and take care
So
of today.
I'll accept that or withhold adjudication. Don't go back to Sears, all right, sir?
You got it.
Thank you. We done? Do we have anything else? Leo Ramos, it looks like it was deleted.
Nobody wants it. I'll take it.
Deleted. What's your name, sir?
Julio Ramos.
My docket says to delete it. Set it in division.
Well, no, this is what I said here.
Yeah, sir, you're going to see your judge in the next few days, all right?
Here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here. I said, what kind of phone is it? She said, iPhone 4, I think. She said, oh, okay, never mind, I'm good.
Is that a wrap, everyone?
Better be.
Okay, everyone, thank you very much. Have a very nice weekend. I want to thank our public defender and our visiting public defender, State Attorney's Office, Kifa, our clerk, Patrice, DSO. Somebody, is Carl awake? Yep, he's awake. Thank Carl, too. All right,
That's the door I'm going through.
Have a very nice weekend. We're out from 2:35. Thank you.